Now Tiernan Shouty banks it off the center ice boards. Ministo getting down there and then stumbled. He is an absolute speedster. Is Tomi Ministo, the product of Finland. Now the puck back into the Michigan State end. Rinzel will keep it in and feather it back down deep. Sturback, who had a career-high 4 assists last night, starts that play out. Griffin Jarecki now chips it in. The big freshman Van Sage in there got tangled up with Luke Mittelstadt. 50-50 puck now played up to the line. Here's Sturback wristing one in, hit Van Sage. Van Sage will be a drafted player this summer. A very talented prospect, number 23 for Michigan State. Now John Mittelstadt never scored in 99 years of playing against Minnesota, and the biggest margin of victory they've ever had, it was 5. It's now 6 thanks to last night's effort. Now Brody Zemer, who scored last night, on to Snuggerud, like Isaac Howard, atop those standings in point production so far this college hockey season.
Diversity in dealing with adversity, success not so much.
Adam Nightingale, who coached his 100th game as Michigan State's head coach last weekend, the highest winning percentage through 100 games of any Michigan State head coach. That's talking about Amo Bastoni, talking about Ron Mason, talking about Rick Conley, who had the record through 100 games. So Adam Nightingale has resurrected this MSU program. Here's Ministo in, steered away by Liam Souliere. Knows these Michigan State players well from all his years at Penn State playing for Guy Godowski. That one tipped and went to the right of Souliere. Shouty's on the puck now. Throws it back in behind the net, Sam Rinzel. Whipple out there, a very, very good freshman on the back end. Minnesota goes with 7D tonight. Got a couple of injuries, players out of the lineup, so they change up that on the back end. We got a whistle.
Battle if you're a defenseman going up against the Spartans with Stramo and Gorwart and Russell and Howard. The list goes on and on.
Stramo with Dorwart going to the net, trying to get a stick on that, trying for the tip there. Howard from his knees. 39 points to pace the country for Isaac Howard. Now Clark back the other way, shorthanded for Minnesota. Coming up on a minute to go in the kill for the Gophers. Howard, and the sauce one in the middle. Looked like he was actually trying to come across the rink to Tanner Kelly. Now Kelly gets it slowed down. Battling in there with Luke Mittelstadt. Van Sage comes in, trying to dig it free. Howard gets it free, gets it up top. Larson, who's got a good shot, but that was tipped, and a good job getting a piece of that for the penalty killer for Minnesota there. In the slot there, Brody Zemer. Now here's a low shot fired in and goes wide of the target, and Minnesota. Van Sage at the dot, gets it back, but Minnesota is able to come up with it. Mason Nevers, veteran player on this Minnesota team. And D'Angelo plays it ahead for Jarecki, but Rinzel comes away with a puck. Luke Mittelstadt quickly ahead at center, broken up by Patrick Geary. Rinzel trying to play it ahead for Begley, who's into the lineup tonight.
Normally a defenseman, so he answered the call. It's always good to showcase your versatility, make yourself valuable to your team, and
that's right.
Alex Begley doing that tonight.
Played ahead for Mikey D'Angelo, freshman trying to go into the middle. Jarecki couldn't find it. Now Jimmy Snuggerud. You always need to know where he's at when he's on the ice. This puck, that's I'm clearly dating myself, but that's something near and dear to my heart. Great to see the fans back in the building. Ministo gets it! He missed the net. Good break from the flying Finn. He can absolutely scoot. Man, his game has improved, hasn't it?
Coming off a goal and an assist last night, his third career 2-point game. And speed never goes into a slump, as you know.
Guy with some speed of his own. Jimmy Snuggerud trying to snap that pass up the middle. With Paulson, the big freshman, down the middle with Snuggerud.
But no lack with number 22.
Yep. Here's Sam Rinzel now. High-end player he is. Paulson trying to play it on the wing to Snuggerud. Jimmy Snuggerud's got some high-end to his game, and he's got some swagger too. Gophers want to see more of that out of him tonight here. Had one last night. Game was 5-3. Minnesota had a power play. They didn't get anything on it, and then Michigan State reeled off 4 more goals. Here's a pass thrown in front for Snuggerud. First rounder of the St. Louis Blues. Up top of the points leaders in college hockey, along with Isaac Howard. To space, Rinzel gets over and gathers. Mishandled. And Sagi got in there. That allowed him to get in and get the puck free. And now Jarecki will snap it in as MSU will change up. 3 of the shots. Michigan State in that game last Saturday on the power play. You referenced their partner in a game that ended up being a 4-1 Michigan State win over arch rival Michigan. So again, the dot so important. Puck possession, it's everything. See how Minnesota responds. That's the big question now. How does this Gopher team react? They've given up 10 goals in not even 4 periods in this building this weekend. And they get back in and get this game level at 1 before this period ends. We'll see. Luke Mittelstadt, game changer from the back end for the Golden Gophers. Fired right back in by MSU. Angelo puts a little heat on. Rinzel finding Clark now.
By Matt Baskel, who adds the goal tonight.
2 of those goals from David Gucciardi. Washington Capital draft pick like Ryan Chesley.
In the Big Ten, and Matt Baskel right at the top of the list. He's a weight room monster, they say.
Yes, he is. Both sides battling away. Finally dug out of there by Michigan State. Going in down low, trying to bank that in was Carson Dorwart. Out there with Larson. Dorwart finds it. Banks it up top now. Here's Baskel, the goal scorer. Watched by Jimmy Clark. Floated into the corner. Larson, the body in there on Luke Mittelstadt. Rinzel and O'Connell. O'Connell in there battling away. Gavin O'Connell just came back a couple of weeks ago. The Plymouth, Minnesota native.
Yeah, he missed 9 and came back and had an assist his first shift 2 minutes into a game at Yost Ice.
It's usually a different type of game, and that's what we've had here so far. Than game 1, you got the team that won game 1 trying to get the series sweep, and the other one trying to get the foot off their chest and survive and get points, and that's what Minnesota is looking at tonight.
Yeah, it was a wild and woolly second period last night with 7. A goalie chased as Liam Soulier came in for Nathan Airy, the sophomore.
Opening period, Cal Thomas led Minnesota. He had 2 shots. Charlie Stremel had 3 to lead Michigan State in that department. Just the 1 power play. Too many men on the ice penalty is a 4. Trying to get in there and get to it. Kurth will get down there. He fanned on an attempt to get that puck towards the net. Now Tanner Kelly hammers it in down low and heads to the bench for a change for Adam Nightingale's squad as we come up on 3 minutes gone here in period 2 and a 1-0 lead for Michigan State. Finally getting the puck free is Minnesota. Begley trying to get a shot through. Andrews in there tightly defending along with Orvitz. Good work on Begley in there. No whistle. You keep playing. Took down the Spartan defender in there. Now Van Sagi. Right on the fringe of the first round, right, Fred, in terms of where he's rated right now in Central Scouting?
Yeah, I think the last Central Scouting among North American skaters, he was 36th. So you have a good stretch run, and all it takes is one team to like you. And he's a true power forward.
Ton of scouts in the building, as there are on most nights. Play in front there, and Lamb could not get that backhander away. Gophers with some jump here. Sam Rinzel peels away from O'Connell. Rinzel now, that one off the leg of Lamb. Lamb's a guy that got a great release and can absolutely fire it. Good shift out of that group. Now Whipple plays around. Snuggerud into the middle. Good firm pass for Rinzel. Rinzel trying to play it on the wing there for Paulson. Snuggerud! Oh, what a bullet! Jimmy Snuggerud. Great sport of college hockey. I mean that. Guy gets to 40, he's going to get signed. Amazing what Donnelly did. 59 in a season. Incredible. Rinzel now. Gophers looking to get the lead here. Got it tied up on the 17th of the campaign for Jimmy Snuggerud. Chip free, now Larson, he's got Dorwart going to the goal. Larson, good look, and he scores!
Quietly last night, had another well, not so quietly, scored his national leading 7th game winning goal of the season to go with an assist. So
yeah.
He, when you talk compete, he brings it every night.
He does. Minnesota down by 1 with the puck now. Rinzel. Moore back on the ice. Oh, he's got to know where he's at. Dangerous Whipple with a kind of a half windup on the shot. Lamb was in front. Jarecki. Lamb lines him up. Puck's out the center and down the ice it goes. But it's an ice. Tanner Kelly. He opened the scoring last night in the 12-goal affair we had. So Michigan State, after Snuggerud got the game level on his second, they've got the lead back now. What's the response from Minnesota? You're up. 28-11 of the shots in this game in favor of Michigan State. Here come the Gophers now. Clark couldn't maintain possession. Now a race. Here comes Russell. He's got Howard. Russell over to him. And he never really got a shot on goal as it's taken away by Rinzel up the left wing side. Face-off win for Michigan State. Sturback. It was deflected off the stick over there of Zemer.
Vision training, computerized vision training.
Oh, yeah.
As Jack LaFontaine, the former Gopher goalie, told me one time, you got to treat your moneymakers right. Rise.
Well said. Well said. Out at center now. It was Connor Kurth just unable to gather it in. Lamb now sends it inside of the MSU zone. Moore in there on the pressure on Sturback. Connor Kurth in there. Connor Kurth able to work it up top. Low to high here. Rinzel. That shot deflected off Michigan State. And it's deflected through the blue paint into the far side corner there. Connor Kurth on it. Moore. Now it's Rinzel. Middlestat takes a look. Looking for a tip. They got it. It was Connor Kurth. And
legit 2, any way you look at it.
So a massive power play here for Minnesota. 1:40 to go here in the period. They're down 1. Looking for the equalizer here with the man advantage are the Gophers.
And look at Brody Lamb. 8 power play goals on the season.
23%. And on the power play, Michigan State 81 on the kill. Here's Rinzel, loads and fires, and Augustine got a piece of that one. And Sam Rinzel walked right down the slot and got a clean look.
Don't see too many back scratcher slap shots in this game anymore.
You don't.
One.
There's Augustine, look out. Dangerous play there, nearly cost him, but it doesn't. Now Shouty finds it and sends it 200 feet. Yeah.
So it was pond hockey in the winter, knee hockey in the summer, non-stop, and it's paying off for Jimmy Snuggerud.
A legacy player at Minnesota. His grandfather, of course, is Dave Dad. Unbelievable career Dave had, and great to see. That is our State Farm state of success. Ben Holden, Fred Pletch, all of our crew. Couldn't do it without him, and a good one here. Not a fan of retaping.
Well, maybe that comes from his days as a youth hockey goalie, is helping out his parents, Dad Kenneth, saying, I'm going to use this stick and tape as long as I can.
Whatever he's doing, it's working. These two teams tied after 2 this season.
The ice time leader, over 22 minutes a game for these Spartans. And he'll play in the NHL just like his father did.
Crowd trying to get into it a little bit here at Munn. Sellout. Shouty gets onside. Goes in. Challenges Luke Middlestat. Puck came free to Rinzel. Rinzel with that long stride, able to get free. Softly ahead for Kurth, who gets to it and gets it in deep, and he'll go off to complete the line change up front for Minnesota. Tanner Kelly. Monisto couldn't handle it. Brody Lamb out there lets Rinzel navigate. 4.5 gone here in the third. We remain tied at 3. Rinzel looking in the direction of Snuggerud. Now Dorwart's got it. That one bouncing puck in front of the paint there where Soulier is camped out in his goal. Good pass ahead for Paulson. Here comes Paulson with speed. Plays it off there looking for Zemer. Kester jumps on it. Kester trying to center that puck and get it in the direction of Paulson. Unable to. Dorwart now. wide on Ziemer. Now Kester, and that one's gobbled up by Soulier in down. Inside of the line with Mason Nevers. Middlestat trying to keep possession. Pretty good job by him there. Up top now Rinzel. Rinzel to Kester. Kester takes a look, and Augustine made the save. Trying to use Basgall as a screen there was Kester. Gophers. Backhand to the head. Rinzel wants it back on the return from Nevers and gets it. Rinzel slowed up by Gucciardi, who's got it on his stick now. Lukashevich. Wood lines him up. Lukashevich got it around. Here comes O'Connell and Larson with speed. O'Connell in, looks across. Basgall there, couldn't get to it. Good job by the Gophers coming back. Now Gucciardi slings it ahead. Rinzel got a stick on that. It's by the stick of Soulier. Kester frees it for Rinzel. Kelly in there doing what he does, being an absolute pest. Ministo gets the puck free, allows Shouty to come in. Shouty got crunched there hard by Rinzel. Now the Gophers. Moore, he took a shot up high there from Kelly. Here at Munn, number 2 and number 4 doing battle. Howard on the backhand. Rinzel on the backside of him there. No harm done. Rinzel gets back on the right side of the puck. Allows John Middlestat to come away with it for Minnesota. Flings it into the corner. Orvitz first back to it. Plays it away. Toward the net. Off the skate. Or on the ankles of Nicholas Andrews. Good feed across the rink. Stramel's got it into the corner. Back up top of the circle. Russell had it. Lost it. Howard will get it. It's got to reload out at center though. Daniel Russell loves that play up the near side to Howard. Howard takes a look, waits. On to Basgall. Basgall trying to go into Stramel. Stramel, though the puck was in his feet, just could not get it onto the forehand of his stick. Now Howard centers one, the only one there. And good thing for Minnesota was Mike Kester. And
so he does a lot of things other than score game-winning goals. He has 8, which is the most since who?
Ryan Lerg.
L-E-R-G, yeah, Brian Lerg. What a player he was.
Ryan has 8. Russell with
7, yeah.
7 right now.
So I'm sure Brian is not going to feel too bad if his record is equaled or surpassed by number 20.
I'm sure he'd be quite happy about that. Larson's pass attempt in there just wide of the target now. Minnesota. Aaron Hughlin. Hughlin gets it out of the zone. Orvitz coming up on 5 to play in regulation time. Rinzel leaves for Andrews off the back skate of Dorwart. Larson couldn't get it deep. Larson now has it, turns, works it up to the line. Lukashevich throws it in. Back end if they're able to make a change. Off the glass and out. Knocked down by Andrews. Connor Kurth there. Oliver Moore up front as well. Brody Lamb on that line up front for Bob Motzko. Under a minute to go now. Top point producing line for Michigan State out there, of course, with Russell, Stramel, and Isaac Howard. Now Luke Middlestat. Kurth touched it on to Moore. Moore banks it in deep into the corner. Goes in there to give chase on Andrews. 40 seconds to go now. Off of Russell at center. Into the Gopher end it goes. Middlestat. Luke off the glass. Dorwart. Direction of Howard. Back to Geary. Geary finds O'Connell. O'Connell shoots. Easy save. Rinzel out. Snuggerud out, of course. 2 in the game for Jimmy Snuggerud. Trailing the play. Rinzel. Now Ziemer comes on. Here's Snuggerud now. At the line. Calmly surveys. Doesn't like what he sees, and he'll backtrack.
It's all a possession game in 3-on-3 overtime now.
Snuggerud. Watched by Russell. Gets it free. Andrews in there. Andrews trying to get it free. Snuggerud knocked the puck down. He gets it back. Forced out of the zone again. He'll retreat. Doesn't like what he sees once again. Minnesota last week losing in this situation at home to Notre Dame. Wanted a call, don't get it. Shouty right in, drives in on Soulier, and Soulier stood his ground there, out there with Russell. Now Russell gets it for Michigan State. Basgall out there. He doesn't like what he sees out there with Rinzel and Snuggerud. 40 seconds to go now in overtime. Snuggerud into the zone, takes a look off the leg of Russell. Puck came free. Basgall off the glass. Dorwart was trying to get it ahead for Russell, couldn't do it. Now Huglin, good reach from Huglin. Plays it in front, just out of the reach of Rinzel. Now with 20 seconds to go, Michigan State a 3-on-2 as Rinzel's way behind the play. Here they come, Basgall in, off to the side, and Soulier makes